my name is Rahul Sengupta, and today I'm going to be talking about farm loan waivers in India, whether it's actually helpful or it's actually helping the government hide the ugly truth in our country. So, I'm going to start off by telling you what a farm loan waiver is. So, basically, let's take an example of a farmer called Rajesh. So, Rajesh isn't able to pay back his loans on time because of probably not getting the returns for his crops. And as a result, whenever an election comes, the government tries to pitch in by trying to pay back his loan for him. Now, just for some background check, the total contribution of agriculture in our country is 17%, whereas on the contrary, around 49% of the workforce is in agriculture. So as we can see that not a lot of contribution from at least half the population of our country, so which is a damning statistic to have. Now, as an example, we can see that in December 2018, three states alone, that is Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, and Rajasthan, they alone waived off 8.6 billion US dollars worth of farm loans. And the problem that they mainly focus on is the fact that farmers commit suicide way too often. Now, in 2015 alone, 12,500 farmers committed suicide, and the fact that that is very concerning is related to the farm loan waivers. Now, it is not necessary that there is a correlation between the suicides and the farm loan waivers. What we have seen is, even from reports from the World Bank called the economic effects of borrowers bailout, it shows that it is not necessary that just after a farm loan waiver the rate of suicides decrease. Even in Maharashtra, when a huge farm loan waiver was given, we have noticed that the suicide rates actually went on to increase further on. Now, there are some reasons why this technique of waiving of loans for farmers is actually harmful for the society. Now, the first being that when the government is giving waivers, there is an increase in the number of willful defaulters. Now, what I mean by willful defaulters is that when there's an election, a government aspiring party announces that if they come to power, they'll waive off loans. So now each farmer who has taken a loan from the bank tries to, he or she thinks that now they can get away with not paying the loan, so they stop paying the loans. And as a result, the second problem that arises is that it damages the credit system of a country, which also leads to the non-performing assets in the banks. Now, most farmers actually depend on the informal lending, which is actually not covered by all the government schemes, which help the farmers in gaining all the other profits from their work. Now, the problem with this is that once a farmer cannot pay the loan, the bank refuses to give them a second time loan, and that is why they resort to lending from informal sectors. Now, the reduction in the credit actually stops the farmers from taking any further loans. Another effect of this is that whenever a farm loan waiver is given, the fiscal deficit of our country increases immensely, and there is less money to spend on other sectors of our country. Now, the only problem that needs to be solved in our country right now is the problem of irrigation. So it is not as much as a problem related to loans, rather it is actually a problem of the facilities and the infrastructure in our farming sector. Not everybody has an irrigated land, and that is actually what causes them to commit suicide, since they are not able to pay the loans. Most of our country actually depends for monsoons for their irrigation, and as we know, monsoons they don't have any fixed quantity or anything. They're very unpredictable, so it is highly unreliable. So as we can see that the farm loan waivers might not actually be a very good system, but is it trying to hide the truth? I think yes. Thank you.